Did you know that one day on Venus is longer than a year? Or that space is completely silent? Today, on Epic Factology, join us as we take you on an incredible journey through the 10 most mind-blowing facts about space. So sit back, relax, and let's dive into the wonders of the universe. Fact 1. The Sun loses 4 million tons of mass every second. The Sun, our life-giving star, is constantly burning through its fuel. Every single second, it loses 4 million tons of mass as hydrogen atoms fuse together to form helium, releasing enormous amounts of energy. To put that into perspective, that's the weight of 2 million elephants disappearing in just 1 second. But don't worry, the Sun is so massive that even at this rate, it will continue shining for another 5 billion years. Without the Sun, life on Earth couldn't exist. But what will happen when the Sun runs out of fuel? It will eventually turn into a red giant, expanding to swallow Mercury, Venus, and maybe even Earth before shrinking into a white dwarf. Space is a constant reminder of how temporary everything can be. Fact 2. There is no sound in space. Imagine being in the middle of the most explosive event in the universe, a supernova, where a massive star is violently destroyed. You'd expect an ear-shattering noise, right? But in reality, there's absolute silence. That's because sound needs a medium like air or water to travel. In space, there's a vacuum, which means no air, no particles, and no sound. So, if you screamed as loud as you could in space, no one would hear you. Astronauts communicate using radio waves, which don't rely on air and can travel through space. This eerie silence makes space both beautiful and a little terrifying. Fact 3. The tallest mountain in the solar system is Olympus Mons on Mars. Mount Everest might be the tallest mountain on Earth, but it's nothing compared to Olympus Mons on Mars. This enormous volcano rises 21 kilometers, 13 miles, above the Martian surface. To give you some perspective, Mount Everest is only about 8.8 kilometers tall. If you stood at the base of Olympus Mons, the top would be so far away that it would disappear over the horizon due to the planet's curvature. But why is Olympus Mons so tall? It's because Mars has lower gravity than Earth, allowing volcanic material to build up higher and spread wider over billions of years. If we ever colonize Mars, standing at the summit of Olympus Mons might just be the adventure of a lifetime. Fact 4. Black holes can trap even light. Black holes are among the most mysterious and terrifying objects in the universe. Their gravity is so incredibly strong that they warp space-time itself. Not even light, which travels at 300,000 kilometers per second, can escape their pull. At the center of a black hole is a point called the singularity, where gravity becomes infinite and the laws of physics as we know them break down. Surrounding it is the event horizon, a boundary where once you cross, there's no turning back. But here's the cool part. Black holes aren't just destroyers. Scientists believe they play a key role in shaping galaxies and could even be gateways to other parts of the universe. Could they be portals to parallel worlds? That's one mystery we're still trying to solve. Fact 5. Saturn could float on water. Saturn is one of the most stunning planets in the solar system, famous for its magnificent rings made of ice and rock. But did you know that Saturn could actually float on water? Here's why. Saturn is a gas giant, meaning it's mostly made up of hydrogen and helium, which are very light gases. Its density is so low, lower than water, that if you had an ocean big enough, Saturn would float like a giant beach ball. Of course, finding a pool that large is impossible. But this fun fact gives you an idea of just how unique and fascinating the planets in our solar system really are. Fact 6. A day on Jupiter is only 10 hours long. Jupiter, the largest planet in our solar system, has the shortest day of all the planets. While Earth takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, Jupiter spins so fast on its axis that one day on Jupiter is just 10 hours long. This rapid rotation causes Jupiter's shape to slightly flatten at the poles and bulge at the equator. It also creates some of the most powerful winds and storms in the solar system, including the famous Great Red Spot, a storm larger than Earth that's been raging for over 300 years. Jupiter's fast spin reminds us just how dynamic and extreme conditions can be on the giant planets. Fact 7. Space smells like burnt steak. Have you ever wondered what space smells like? Astronauts who return from spacewalks report a strange odor that clings to their spacesuits. They describe it as the smell of burnt steak, welding fumes, or metallic smoke. But why does space smell like this? Scientists believe the smell comes from dying stars and high-energy particles in space. These particles interact with oxygen when astronauts re-enter their spacecraft, creating this unique odor. Unfortunately, you can't smell space directly. If you tried, you'd run out of air pretty quickly. Fact 8. There are more stars in the universe than grains of sand on Earth. Take a moment to imagine all the beaches and deserts on Earth. Now think about the number of grains of sand they hold, trillions upon trillions. Incredibly, there are even more stars in the universe than all the grains of sand on Earth combined. Astronomers estimate there are about 200 billion trillion stars in the observable universe. That's 200 followed by 21 zeros. This mind-blowing fact highlights the sheer vastness of the cosmos and reminds us how small we really are in comparison to the universe. Fact 9. A teaspoon of a neutron star weighs as much as a mountain. Neutron stars are the collapsed cores of massive stars that have exploded as supernovae. They are among the densest objects in the universe. To give you an idea, just 1 teaspoon of material from a neutron star would weigh about 1 billion tons, the same as an entire mountain. This extreme density happens because gravity squeezes the star's atoms so tightly that protons and electrons combine to form neutrons. The result is an incredibly compact star with unimaginable weight and density. Fact 10. The largest known structure in the universe is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. The universe is full of massive and mysterious structures, but the largest one ever discovered is the Hercules Corona Borealis Great Wall. This colossal structure is a cluster of galaxies spanning 10 billion light-years across. To put that in perspective, light traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second would still take 10 billion years to cross it. Scientists were shocked by its discovery because it challenges our understanding of how such enormous structures can form in the universe. It's a true cosmic wonder that leaves us with more questions than answers. Which of these facts amazed you the most? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. Until the next journey, keep exploring and stay curious. Goodbye.